Alright guys, and welcome to this F1 2015 career mode. It's part 16, and at the start of this video I just want to take a chance to say this is the first sort of commentary that I've done for a video since passing 10,000 subscribers. So I just want to say a massive thank you to all the subscribers out there for staying with me and tuning in to watch my content. It means a lot and I'm very thankful for that. So to kick things off, for the first video I'm releasing in the 5 figures, we're doing Part 16, as I said. It's career mode, it's the American Grand Prix, and we're kicking off in qualifying. And as you see, setting a nice early bank lap there, 40.6, nothing too quick. You see just a couple of laps later, we're now down in P7 with Raikkonen currently on pole with a 38.6. We've improved slightly to a 40.2, which only moves us one slot into P6. But on our final lap, you can see we're back down to P7 again. It has been a better lap though, as we're going to cross the line to get into the 39, so 39.7, moving us up to P4 eventually. But it looks like we're really struggling for pace around this circuit of the Americas. Dragon C Max not at all happy with that qualifying performance. It's been one of the worst qualifying performances for quite a while. I can't remember the last time we qualified sort of either off the front row or out of the top 3 at least. So that's going to be a real struggle. And you see it's actually got worse there. At the end of the session we've actually dropped down another place, so we're down to P5 as Danny Kvyat in the Red Bull gets onto the front row of the grid to start alongside the pole sitter Kimi Raikkonen. So it might have been a bad session for us down in 5th, but it's not been a great one either for our nearest title rival Lewis Hamilton, who's only starting one place ahead, which is good news for us, making the best of a bad situation it looks like. But race time is now here. It looks like the clouds might have been gathering just a little bit, as they seem to do in most of the races in recent times for us. But I think it's looking like a little bit of damage limitation at the moment. It'll be interesting to see if the Mercedes are genuinely off the pace round here, like their qualifying suggests, and like it looks like I'm going to be, or if they are going to have the pace to get out front and possibly take the victory. Strategy looking like a 3-stop. Obviously recently we've been trying to cut back on the pit stops, and it seems to be working pretty well for us. So we're going to see how that goes during the race. But for now, it's the start. The 5 lights are now on. Away they go. And again, another pretty terrible start. We're holding on to P5. The top 4 have got away. There goes Vettel up the inside. And it looks like we're going to try and hold it around the outside. They're 3 wide going up into turn 1. Hamilton, Kvyat and Rosberg. As we get around the outside of Hamilton, around the outside of Vettel's, Hamilton cuts across the front of us. We managed to take avoiding action of him, still side by side as we come into the S section now. But we are now up into P4. Kvyat's dropped from 2nd to 3rd. Rosberg up to P2. And we're getting a nice undercut on Kvyat there. And we're now up into the top 3, which is crucial. And even more crucial, the fact that it's Rosberg in P2 and not Lewis Hamilton. So Hamilton's still stuck back in the pack just a little bit. You see Rosberg really drifting the car through the exit of that left-hander. You can see how much he's pulled away. The straight line speed and acceleration of these top-end cars just seems to be so much better than what we have at our disposal. And you can see again, we might just hang on to a little bit of a slipstream from Rosberg down this main straight. Kvyat in 4th, but he's surely going to be under pressure from Lewis Hamilton, who's currently in 5th. And you see in the wing mirror there, you can see, and there it is, Hamilton looking to go up the inside of Kvyat. He's already passed as they come into the braking zone, so he'll be looking to make that move stick. And he does indeed, so he is now up into P4, and he'll be right on our coattails, no doubt, on the next lap. And here we go. Just a lap later, you can see we've kind of held on to Rosberg, but as we come on to this back straight, we just lose so much time as the top-end performance from this Renault engine and the Toro Rosso just is not there to match that of the Mercedes and even the Ferrari. And see the DRS not even that activation yet, and Hamilton managing to get up alongside. He's going up the inside as we come into the braking zone. Wheel to wheel, 100 metre ball comes up, we hit the brakes. Hamilton going at the inside. We're going to go for the undercut, but again we just don't have particularly good traction. And Hamilton covering the inside, we're going to look to get an undercut on him then as he parks it on the apex, which blocks us getting the drive on, and he is now up into P3. We're going to try and do all we can here to go back up the inside, but we have to be very cautious. Hamilton has track position, we can't afford to run into him, as that kind of collision at that kind of angle would have meant us spinning out, no doubt. As you see the AI Hamilton having some weird issue there, going around the long right hander, the front right or the front tyres in general just smoking away, as it looks like he's almost got too much lock on going through there. But he's kept position, he's up into P3, and you can see we're just struggling massively around the circuit. It doesn't look like we've got a particularly good balance around here, no top end speed, no real traction on the exits either. So the corner's not too bad, but as you can see Hamilton doing a 41.3 at the end of lap 4, we're down on a 43.1, and see he's cleared off. We've got a car in the pit lane which looks to be Kimi Raikkonen, I believe, so he's already in the pits after just 4 laps. and Hamilton also managed to get past Rosberg as well now, as Rosberg comes into the pit. So quite a few early stoppers, which suggests that AI is struggling on the tyre wear. Obviously we saw what happened to Hamilton around that long right-hander. Maybe it's something to do with that, the way that they take that line, which just wears out the tyres and overheats them quite a bit. But Hamilton looks to now be coming in the pit lane as well. He's really extended that gap. But we are going to try and stick to see what we can do in terms of a two-stop strategy. Try and minimise the pit stops and just use track position if we can. You see Bottas looks to be doing the same. So we've had Raikkonen on lap 4, Rosberg lap 5, Hamilton lap 6, and it's now us and Bottas in on lap 7. So we have inherited the lead, but it looks like Hamilton, after having a pretty dodgy start, has managed to get into the lead of this race. He's now coming around that final corner, crossing the line, so he's looking pretty comfortable out front. So it looks like it's going to be a case of damage limitation for us here. 2.3 second pit stop. We're onto the option tyres once more. Bottas staying behind. Nasser staying out and up into P2 at this stage. There goes Rosberg flying past as well, and Sebastian Vettel, who's managed to get the jump on us as well with an undercut. So I don't know what's happened to Kimi Raikkonen there, because you got Hamilton up front, Nasser in second, Rosberg, Vettel, and then it's us and Bottas. So I don't know where Kimi Raikkonen's gone to after his early pit stop. You'd expected him to be up the front unless he's got caught up in traffic, which is very much possible, as we can now see the Sauber of Felipe Nasser coming into the pit lane. So that's going to be us up into P4. So we've got the two Mercedes and Sebastian Vettel ahead of us, who I presume are all going to be looking at 3-stop. You can see the gap that Hamilton's got on us already. Not a lot going on in this second stint until obviously the AI looking to make their pit stop. So it's Vettel in, and it's also one of the Mercedes in as well. Who's that? It's Lewis Hamilton coming in ahead of Rosberg. So Rosberg made the stop earlier in the first stint, but now he's going longer in this second stint. He is however in on the next lap, lap 13. Or the end of lap 13 I should say. He's into the pits, and we are carrying on for as long as we can. Lap 15 rolls up, and you can see Hamilton already on the back of us after making an extra pit stop already at this stage. He's already onto the back of us. A 45.3 there, so you can see our lap times are bad, very very bad. Hamilton going up the inside with the use of DRS. Rosberg with the fastest lap. Again, we're going to look for the undercut on Hamilton, but he gets the braking done well, and obviously with those better tyres he's got the traction on us to get ahead. There you can see the tyre wear, just how bad it is, but obviously at this stage of the race we are committed to a two-stop, so that is the only option we've got. We've got to try and make the best of a bad situation, which seems to be the theme for this American Grand Prix. So end of lap 16, we're going to be doing, what's that, 12 laps or something around there on the prime tyres. Rosberg going through as well, the rest of the AI behind going through as well. So it's like we are one of the very few people doing a two-stop, and like I say, it doesn't look to be the way to go. That tyre wear is just that high, and you need that tyre performance around the entirety of this lap, otherwise you just lose too much time. But like I say, it's too late to change anything now. We've got to do what we can, see what sort of track position we can get after the AI make their third pit stops, and see if we can hold on to that, which we should get to see anytime soon. And as you can see here, lap 18, just a couple of laps later then, the AI are in the pit lane. It's Kimi Raikkonen, Sebastian Vettel, and is it Kimi Raikkonen as well? We're up to P4. So yeah, Vettel and Raikkonen I believe in the pit lane. Hamilton made his pit stop as well, but already came out ahead. Bottas in the pits as well, and Rosberg, as you see, coming out the end of the pit lane. He's ahead of Roberto Merri. Will he be ahead of us though on the cold prime tyres? Ours of course up to temperature. We take a nice wide line, get the drive on the exit and get the undercut done to move up into P2. We've now got 9 laps to hold on to second place, with a fast charging Mercedes behind us with fresher tyres and just an outright pace advantage on us. So let's see what we can do then. Start of lap 21, a little bit of a lock up on the rear axle I think, just stopped us from turning in, and Rosberg being very aggressive. He wants that second place, wheel to wheel banging as we go through the exit of turn 1, but he has got the position ahead. But we're going to see if there's any way we can possibly pull out the move that we've done on Kvyat, I believe, on the first lap, where we noticed the AI very slow through this right-handed part of the S section of the first sector, and we do indeed take advantage of that, using that knowledge and getting second place back from Nico Rosberg. Hamilton is absolutely long gone. He's down the road. He's not going to be catchable today unless he has some sort of issue. But Rosberg, very, very racy. He wants the 1-2 for Mercedes. However, we need to do what we can to try and hold on. Of course, we need to make sure we're in a bit of a battle of, do we let Rosberg go and try and hold him to third place, or do we back him up and obviously get more cars involved? Obviously at that rate, by defending like we're trying to do here, but Rosberg with that pace advantage with the DRS and the Mercedes engine gets moved down up the inside. He's gone in a little bit deep again though. We're going to try and get the drive on the exit, He's looking to cover the inside, but we're going to squeeze it up the inside very, very tight there. Slow speed, and again, just no traction on the exit. Rosberg hanging it back, running outside. We're going to go for the undercut once more on Nico Rosberg, and we do look to get the move done, and that is excellent driving there, taking advantage of what we could with the tyres and the car the way they are. So we're back up into P2 after that little bit of a fright from Rosberg, almost getting up into second place. But again, down the pit straight into the braking zone, that Mercedes top speed carrying him up alongside, and now we've got Sebastian Vettel for company as on the exit of turn 1. Vettel making the move on Rosberg. They're side by side. Rosberg looking to get it back, and he does indeed get the position back, but now we've got Vettel joining the party to see what he can do. Rosberg, the AI very good out of that left-hander with the traction. Rosberg looking around the outside of this the entry to the DRS straight, and by doing that he's actually allowed Sebastian Vettel, very aggressive Sebastian Vettel, back up the inside of him. They're now side by side. They're both going to have DRS on us, and here they come. DRS active. Vettel, we're trying to pull out the slipstream, but Sebastian Vettel flying through and ahead of Rosberg, and now ahead of ourselves, but we're going to try and hold it under braking. We've gone in deep, we forced Vettel out wide. Rosberg not taking advantage of our mistake, but looking to get back ahead of Sebastian Vettel. Just positions changing left, right and centre in this race. They're still side by side behind Sebastian Vettel and Nico Rosberg. Rosberg with the inside to this left hand, the Vettel on the outside, and Rosberg looking to make the move stick. Can he do it? They're still side by side in the wing mirrors, you can just about see, but it was Vettel with the inside to that long right hander who ends up getting the position back as we pull over to the left hand side on the DRS straight once more, trying to prevent the AI from getting the slipstream. And here comes Sebastian Vettel. Rosberg in close pursuit once more. Again, we're holding the inside, trying to manage the braking as best we can. A little bit of a lock up there. Vettel running wide, and Rosberg back through into third once more. A lap later, lap 27, just 2 laps to go now. As we said, Hamilton's completely gone. It's now between us, Rosberg and Vettel. Vettel looking like he's dropped back a little bit, and Rosberg once more with the DRS down into the braking zone. He's quite a long way ahead, but we're going to do what we can. Rear end trying to swap ends. You see oversteer on the entry into the braking, but again we've managed to force the issue from Rosberg, and we've got that position back. However, now going to be starting the final lap. Sebastian Vettel has caught back up once more. You see the gap to Hamilton now, 22 seconds. I think that was about 5 seconds at the start of our stint. But we're not worrying about him too much now as Rosberg goes around the outside into turn 1, using that rich engine mixture as best he can from the Mercedes. But again, we do just enough to force him wide into turn 1. They keep second place for now. We're doing all we can with the car the way it is, with the tyres the way they are, to try and hold on. You can see just how much understeer we've got and how little traction we've got coming out the slow corners as well. Just nothing working in our favour at the moment. But Rosberg doing what he can, putting us under pressure. We just got to try and hold our nerve, try and hit all the apexes, get as best exit as we can, as again demonstrating there. Not easy to do. The rear tyres, and well, all the tyres are really gone, let's face it, as Rosberg once more looks around the outside into this hairpin. Wheel banging once more between the Ferrari and the Mercedes behind, and it's now Rosberg. Obviously, with our tyres the way they are, the traction's been getting worse and worse, and this is the worst it's ever been. So Rosberg, halfway down the straight, is already pulling alongside and getting ahead. Sebastian Vettel looking to follow in close pursuit as well. We could lose 2 positions here as we go very late on the brakes. It's do or die now. Rosberg just about managing to take avoiding action of us as we locked up. Cutting across the front of Rosberg now into the right-hander to try and get him to say, no, you're not coming through into P2. We are having P2 here. You're not getting that. We're fighting this tooth and nail. And you can see just a few more corners to go. Lewis Hamilton has won the race, but it's all about the battle for second and third places on the podium. Who's going to be standing up there with him? Is it going to be a Toro Rosso outfit, another Mercedes outfit, or a Ferrari outfit? Let's find out. Just a couple of corners to go. We're just so slow through these corners. See Rosberg with superior traction. Just one more corner to go. Covering the inside. We just got to get on the power. Make sure we don't spin up the rears too much. And we managed to do that. And it is second place today at the American Grand Prix for Max Verstappen in the Toro Rosso. A well-earned and hard-fought second place, it has to be said. Some superb defensive driving. Some could say a bit over-aggressive, especially on that final lap with what we did to Rosberg down at the hairpin. But he took the option to run wide to try and avoid us. I don't think we were carrying too much speed into there, so we'll take it. But that's Lewis Hamilton winning the race. Again, another race victory for him this season, as he just won't let go of his grasp on the title, or try to remove our grasp from the title, I should say. So he's gained an extra 7 points at this Grand Prix, the Circuit of the Americas. There is the final result. 25 seconds is the total winning margin, and the 3 stop, as you can see there, was absolutely the way to go. So a little bit of an error on our side there in terms of the strategy, but we made the best of it as we could. Second place, I'll take that. Only a 7-point disadvantage to Hamilton this time out. which is okay. At least it's not a massive gain for him. You can see 28 points now, the gap with just 3 races to go. Next time out it's going to be Mexico, so we'll see what we can do there, see if we can either extend the gap or try and stop Hamilton closing in too much. But that has been the American Grand Prix, that has been part 16. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time for the Mexico Grand Prix. But until then, it's bye for now.